Yes.
All right, man. Season 7, episode 41, the PreGame podcast. That's right. We sitting here with legends. 122,000 followers on TikTok.
Shout out to TikTok.
You might have seen them scrolling. DT Star Kid in the building.
What's good?
For sure. The Astrophysicist.
He's an Earthling.
Going crazy out in LA,
right.
man. Making it back to the Midwest where it all started, man. Round of applause for Dakotah Tyler, man, at this time. Tell everybody where they can find you, Dakotah.
All socials, TikTok, YouTube, whatever, DT Star Kid. And check out my YouTube channel, too. Just started up a YouTube channel. And you check out my website, www.dakotahtyler.com.
Merch coming soon.
Yeah, I got a little bit. Yeah, I'm working on that.
The logo's fire.
On that. Yeah. The logo is fire. The logo's fire, but it's some things I gotta adjust with it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Got you.
To make it.
So you can make your money off of it.
Yeah. To make it legal.
You can do this. We ain't giving you the money if you do it.
Yeah, I be winging shit, so I just do shit. Sometimes I do things that you really not supposed to do legally. So
That's a fact.
I feel you.
we're gonna get it all taken care of though.
Let's get it
Merch
scrubbed.
coming
Everybody
soon.
toes the line.
DT Star Kid. Yeah, I mean, you just gotta. I just throw shit and see.
Finesse. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Indeed.
Yeah.
All right, man. We start off every single PreGame podcast interview with the PreGame podcast pop quiz. Gonna ask you a flurry of questions. Do your best to answer.
All right.
Let's get to it, man.
They're fun questions.
Yeah,
Okay.
you got it.
What's your favorite conspiracy theory?
Ooh.
My favorite conspiracy theory is so it's actually a take kind of on all conspiracy theories.
Okay.
And it's that most of them are true to some level, like metaphorically, but none of them involve
preach.
a room of people that are making the decisions, right? Like we not in here making the decision
That's
on
a
the
fact.
conspiracy,
No.
but at large, a lot of the things that people talk about as being conspiracies
Are going on.
are going on. It's not a room full of people making the decisions. It's just like the system being messed up, and the
Or
decision
working.
coming. Or working, depending on
Everything's going according to
depending on how much money you got and what color your skin is. Maybe
Yeah.
it's
Where that
just working
motherfucker's going the
fine.
way it's supposed to.
Yeah. So a little bit of a cop out, but other
I respect it.
yeah, I'm not big on conspiracies because I'm a scientist, so I need to see the evidence.
Right.
Ooh.
And that's what I think. Like, I know that you deal in like the reality of it, the real.
Yeah.
But I thought maybe you might have had one that you play with that you might.
Nah.
Hey, yo.
That's not.
Matter of fact, and if we did talk about specific ones, I would probably be here getting on your nerves, like poking every single.
Well, the problem with that
possible
one
one.
is.
Yeah, like, well, you didn't really think
really
about it like that,
happened
because
That's
if
real.
you do the math,
I like that.
For sure.
I think they're fun to dive into,
they are.
especially when you just can be like, "That's probably true."
Yeah,
I'm
and there
like,
is some that do be
Yeah.
true, right? Like there are some conspiracies that have like come out when like crazy, crazy stuff. Has
It's
happened.
something that I
So some of them
believe.
are real.
Like JFK, there was 2 gunmen. Like 2 people shot him.
Oh yeah,
At the same
Two
time?
people-
Oh, I see.
2 people shot him. Yeah,
He
there's
caught it.
I don't
legit.
even think the number matters. There was something going on.
Yeah, it was something
because
going
they
on.
killed the
Yeah.
dude that shot him.
something going on. Something
Yeah.
going on.
And again, the plan went as it was supposed to go.
yeah, make sure
Unless
he
you was
dies,
JFK.
guys. Yeah.
Then it didn't go the way you wanted it
It was
to.
JFK.
Hey, that last saying,
It
that
went
Kennedy, it comes with conspiracy theory attached to it.
It
Yeah.
does.
For
It
sure.
does, for sure.
I think I got to. Oh, go ahead.
No, it's good. Mine's longer. Pause.
What's your favorite sci-fi movie?
Ooh, Interstellar for sure.
Interstellar. That's
Interstellar.
recent.
It is.
That's recent.
Interstellar's
Yeah.
fire,
I haven't
man.
seen it.
Oh, it's my
greatest
favorite
movies.
movie. If you watch it, they get a lot of the science right.
Okay.
But I'm not like the type of person where I'm gonna watch the movie and be like, oh, well, that's not technically. I mean, I will do that,
Everybody
but
does
I'm
it.
not going
Yeah.
to not like a movie because of it.
Fair enough.
Interstellar for sure. The main character is like this explorer. He's curious. He just has to go adventure, and that really resonates with me.
Got it.
That's fire, man. My question, man. So listen, who's more skilled? Football players or basketball players, and why?
That's a great question.
I think it's an impossible question to answer.
That's a great question. No. This is a very easy question to answer. Football players are infinitely more skilled than basketball players.
Infinitely.
Basketball players
That means
have
it's innumerable.
great skills, obviously. Obviously, they
Cannot
do.
be calculated.
Cannot be counted. It's not numberable.
Like, if football players, they're all like roughly the same size. There's a couple freaks, right? You got like your Metcalf. It's some freaks
Miles
out there,
Garrett.
Calais Campbell's of the world.
right?
It's bigger than these.
Trent Williams.
Kyle Humphrey.
Right? Julio Jones. There's some freaks out there.
Cam Newton.
But for the most part, man, it's just people that just work hard as hell. My favorite running back of all time, LaDainian Tomlinson, notoriously hard worker. He's my size. He's like 5'10", 5'9", something like that. It's definitely football. Way more skill in football. You gotta be more skilled.
Do you refute that?
Nah, I mean,
Your
you
arms
one
are folded.
athlete. I ain't got nothing to say.
Unfold your arms. Accept it.
I played football for 1 year, and I
Soccer?
barely played.
I don't play 1 year too.
That's not to say that the football players aren't or the basketball players aren't
Yeah,
skilled.
for sure.
They are.
To your point, I think there's just more nuance in football.
there is.
Like what Miles Garrett has to do
Yeah.
to make a game work versus what Tariq Hill has to do. They're on the same field doing totally different things
So you-
at the same time.
You feel like football players have to know more in the moment of what's happening.
Absolutely.
Or you'll die.
Absolutely.
Yeah, there's an
Quite
added layer
literally,
to
you
that.
can die if you're not on your square.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
There's so many different things. It's just so many things a football player has to do in 6 seconds, and then stop and then do it again.
There's a number of extra positions too. Like it's just a lot more going on the football field.
Yeah.
Play it 6 seconds long. You got to go really hard for 6 seconds. Stop. Do it again. Stop. Go. Stop. Go. Basketball is so free flowing and so fun. So it's more fun to watch sometimes.
It's a beautiful game.
Yeah, basketball is just like, oh, look, this one guy's got the ball. I'm going to do the same thing 20 times in a row, and it might work. And then we're going to say, this nigga's going crazy.
Wow.
Yeah.
But you run the ball 20 times in a row, you'll be 0-18. You will not win. It can't happen.
That's real.
It's no way.
So I feel like there you're speaking on the play calling though.
I'm speaking on nuance, and there's different things that different people have to do at all times.
The X's and O's are more intricate in football.
For sure.
You got way more players.
For sure.
There's a lot more.
An
so there's-
NFL playbook, an NBA playbook, a pamphlet, and a dictionary.
Right. Yeah. That's why. Yeah, it ain't never
Nah,
been no like.
I believe it.
Big 2, big 3 in football.
What are the
That
basics?
shit don't work.
Get open, beat your man.
Wait,
Not
hold on.
for
Wait.
your
What about
In
for
its
the,
simplest
Do y'all feel
form.
like- wait.
For some positions,
right?
Or-
That's right. But now I got to think about Miles Garrett and Quentin Nelson because Miles Garrett might move inside and go against Quentin Nelson.
Hey,
what
Quinn,
are the
stop
basics
these
there?
two guys from touching this guy.
What are the basics there?
You
That's the basic.
oversimplifying it.
I'm very. I'm
in a crazy way right
I'm
now.
just not focused. But that's what. No, hey, stop these two guys from getting to him. Do it 10 times a day. Go.
So
That's not.
you want Quentin to stop two people at once.
Now I want you to.
This
push
is
one
nuance
down
now.
and then work on
Because
that.
I never say LeBron, guard these two people at once for me.
That's fair.
Guard both of them. I want you to guard Kevin Durant and Devin Booker on one play.
Impossible.
It can't be done.
Impossible.
But
Anyway.
Quentin has to train to be like, I got to block him. Oh, wait, he's coming too. Bam, got them both.
Yeah.
Just for a second.
And he's got to know that by looking at him. Like, is he coming?
And you got to remember the play that's being called.
I bet LeBron could cover a dude, guard a dude, and when the dude passes to the next dude, he can chase that other dude down and just block that.
On a
one.
fast
talking
break
about
for sure.
LeBron.
Yeah.
LeBron could
Talking
go,
about the best of the
He
best?
could have went to the gymnast Olympics.
Are you done? Okay. So my question.
These niggas riled up.
I want you to be devil's advocate for 5 seconds.
Easy.
Find a way to explain to me why the Earth is flat.
Explain to you why it's flat.
Yes.
I can do it. I can do that. So the reason why a person would think that the Earth is
You.
flat. The reason why I would think the Earth is flat.
Yes.
Simple. I not only lack the necessary education to figure it out for myself, but you can. Everybody in this room can figure it out. There are a series of tests that you could do independently to figure it out. I don't know how to do any of them.
Right.
And a natural like mistrust of authority or the government or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
That's
scientists.
important. That's an important ingredient.
yeah.
Marry
that.
those two things together.
Gotta have that.
And when I'm not, and I don't trust the authority just for the at face value either. And I don't trust the government at face value.
That's a fact.
So I get it.
You halfway there.
Shouldn't.
I get it. So you marry those two things, just knowledge of the history of how shit happened in the U.S., and then just no education about how to go about it.
Just a general ignorance.
Just a blanket of ignorance.
Uh-huh.
And bam, the earth is flat.
What are the
We can talk about it all day. We can talk about it this entire
My feet flat
podcast.
right now.
what are the what are
Flat to me. It look flat to me.
Well, I'm
My
standing
feet
this
flat
flat.
on the floor. Earth gotta be flat.
what are the what
Let
are
no
like the
white man
self
tell me it ain't.
what's the
That's
self
not
test you
true.
can do like just independently? What's a test you can do independently to kind of figure it out?
Independent test. So I mean, I think a good one to do. You can't really do it here, but if you were at the ocean, was look at the point when
It kind of like
when-
falls off.
Yeah, where boats go over the edge. But another one is to measure the no.
Except you're just
If that boat just keep going straight, it's gonna fall off a cliff. What's gonna happen? I don't know, but it
But
will.
another one, and this one's a little bit more tedious. You could measure like take your mailbox, something like that, and measure the shadow every day over the course of a year, and then try to remake where the sun would have to be in the sky for that shadow to lay in the way it does. Look at this bottle. You got this shadow like this. But if you move the lights, right, the shadow going to hit in a different place. If you move it up or down, the height of the shadow is going to change. And that works when you have a bunch of spheres that are orbiting each other in space.
And that's the education he was speaking of.
Yep, that's it.
Stuff like that.
That's what we're talking about.
Everybody just don't know that.
The education to get the knowledge to let you know that actually it's not flat. You can learn that.
That's a fact.
Round of applause, DT Star Kid in the building, man. For sure.
I need you to run the Kyrie one day.
Let's get to it.
Hey, man, don't stop.
That was a great explanation as well, man. Just a whole bunch of dummies.
Oh, you stupid.
Walking
Okay.
around.
Well, let's start there.
Doing whatever they
Stupid
want to
niggas
do.
that don't trust anybody.
Say whatever they want to say. I just want to get into it, man. So, number one, I know for a lot of people, we may be confused as what an astrophysicist does. What does that look like? What does your study look like? Astrophysicist? Am I saying it wrong?
There you go.
Astrophysicist.
There it is. Yeah.
You got it.
It's the extra.
There you go. My bad.
Excel's been getting you today.
Yeah. So, in general, we study physics, but out in the universe. So, I study stars and planets, specifically planets. So what that looks like for me, and it looks different for a lot of different people, is I get, we use these telescopes in Hawaii. I get observations of a planet and star system that I'm interested in. Mm-hmm. You get those observations, then you end up just analyzing it, lots of data analysis, coding, that sort of thing.
Wow.
And then you write up the results. I actually had my first lead author paper recently accepted in the Astrophysics journal a couple weeks ago. So
congratulations.
that's
Bro.
kind of
Round
like
of applause for that,
the
man.
whole
That's crazy.
cycle.
Big time.
So going to the planetarium was your shit.
No, man.
Really?
Nah.
And I used to love going, but it's tight.
Remember Father drinking gore? Remember that?
The slave thing.
Yes.
That's not the planetarium.
I don't remember that.
The planetarium was
I
a real
don't
field
remember
trip.
that.
It was a big deal.
Everybody
Remember
was-
they-
I
remember
know
they told us
Pike-
how we all got free?
I know Pike has a planetarium, and
Yeah.
the field trip hit every time. We're going,
I never went to it though.
Really?
I never did.
Damn.
I didn't get into any of this until much later.
Really? So as a kid, this wasn't your thing. You weren't.
Nah, man. I just wanted to play football.
Right. That's how it be.
Yeah.
You just want to play ball.
But definitely now, and I do.
Win them two
I like
games.
host planetarium shows too. So
Really?
For
Oh,
sure.
tight.
Yeah.
I never
Look
been to a
fire,
planetarium
too,
before. I
man.
should probably go.
It's fire.
It is.
Yeah.
I got a good friend who's in the same track you on. I call him a rocket scientist. Is that fair or is that simplifying it? I like to say I know a rocket scientist. That's what I say all the time.
Is he making rockets?
No.
No.
He working in space though. I just assume
He work in space. Got to be rocket up there somewhere.
that's my go-to.
It's on the same. I mean, what is he studying?
I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. I would just be lying.
Just call him a rocket scientist.
See?
Yeah.
That's cool.
Sound good.
It's a compliment.
I'm gonna text him. I'll find out before you over with.
Sounds great. So what drew you to wanting to study space and study planets, man? You said it was kind of afterthought after high school. So what's that journey look like for you?
Yeah. So I was at Kentucky playing football, and I had a knee injury that got re-aggravated a couple times. And when I was rehabbing, eventually it hit me like something's not right. I'm probably not gonna be able to do
not
this
going to
anymore.
league.
Yeah, which is like a crushing blow, especially if you've been seeing that for yourself for so long. And while I was rehabbing on the couch one day, I just started watching these astronomy documentaries. Neil deGrasse Tyson, the Cosmos, one called How the Universe Works, and I was like, damn. There's I'm sitting here and I'm like stewing in this misery, if you will, about like the problems in my life. And there's literally every star you see has planets around it. There's trillions of galaxies. There's probably people sitting in a room on some other planet right now having the same discussion that we having.
Well, that would be Men in
Wow,
Black
that'd be
sure
crazy.
Men in Black told us
There's
this.
a PreGame podcast out there
With the
some different
same
planet
name
that's
and
nuts.
everything.
Yeah. That's crazy.
Maybe not,
If we
maybe.
ever find out, we're gonna be like, oh, we gotta go. No, we don't. Leave them
No,
alone.
I'm
Leave them where
good.
they at. They live where we were.
Sure.
Fuck with them.
Yeah,
Don't be a
but
war.
the just thinking about studying that, to me, it was just so interesting. I guess I've always been real curious, and that's an avenue for my curiosity.
Is it a moment of like humility because it makes you realize how small you are?
It does. There is a point where you feel realize, damn, we really aren't anything here on Earth compared to everything else.
Right.
But then you keep going and you realize that we're like infinitely small, yes, but still like infinitely unique.
Mm-hmm.
Like there isn't you anywhere.
Nope.
In the entire in all the infinity.
That's a fact.
And so like for me that brings like you lose the meaning a little bit, you get humbled,
Mm-hmm.
but then you come back to like the significance of the moment and what you're doing with your life, how you affecting people.
Mm-hmm. That's tight.
It is.
How does the study of space impact us in our day to day? I feel like that's as we kind of go throughout life, you go to grade school, you understand the planets, the moon, etc. But how should we approach that, or at least learn more about it, so that it has a positive impact on our lives?
Yeah, no, that's a great question because I could tell you some planets that I studied that I learned something that really doesn't make a difference to anybody's life. Mm-hmm. But when you look at the whole picture of how the sun formed and the earth formed and like the molecules in our body, where they came from, you realize that it all came from other places in the universe. Like all of the molecules in our bodies was out in space before the earth formed. And then they all ended up on earth somehow, and shit rearranged itself to become us. But to me, like it's crazy to think about. It's like crazier than fiction. It's like the truth is stranger than fiction.
Yeah.
And for me, it's just so much more meaningful. And maybe that's just the way that I choose to see it. But realizing that we are like literally a piece of the universe, and we're like lucky enough to exist. Most planets don't have life. Most things on Earth aren't even live, rocks and stuff like that. But like we can exist, we can experience, we can suffer, we can be happy, we can love.
It's crazy.
And so for me, just that whole picture, it heightens the sort of significance of just day-to-day life. I'm like very grateful to be alive.
To exist.
Got you. That's fine.
Are you a religious person?
Not really. I wouldn't say that I'm religious, but I would say that I'm a spiritual person, and I
Right.
like feel very connected.
So how does what as far as the science? How does that
Coexist with.
coexist with how religion says it happens? 7 days created the earth. Things like that.
Yeah. So I think a lot of times, and you'll have different creation stories in different religions, and I think that those are stories that people are trying to come up because they have the questions, but they just didn't have the means to like know that there are other planets and that they come, that stars live and die. And so I think a lot of the religions attempt to answer that question before they had enough information to come up with the answer that we have now, basically with science.
Do you find yourself being like super into astrology? Like, were you paying attention to the solstice a couple of days ago? Do you care what?
Yeah, like good morning, but it's Green Rising.
No.
I'm just wondering.
Yeah, because I feel like that's a legitimate.
I get
The
No,
solstice
yeah, I get
happening. You can look outside. So, oh damn, it is a longer day today. Like that really occurs.
Yeah. I was born on my birthday is the 21st, which is the winter solstice. Yeah.
You Jesus.
And it's my 33rd birthday. Jesus.
Watch out,
Numbers.
You know what happens?
But
Be careful. Don't stay away from the Romans.
I don't like look up and like track the sun and the moon and
feel
stuff like that. I don't follow too closely with
feel
astrology or anything like that. I know a lot of people do that, and it's actually more mainstream than astronomy.
Yeah.
So for me, that's like a way to connect to people that do care about that stuff in their own way to care about the universe and space.
Well, thank you for giving us the difference too, because I feel like a lot of times we just mash everything together. Like
Absolutely.
if it's in space, okay,
Rocket scientist.
yeah, there we go, we got it.
Rocket science.
And so
You were gonna rocket. It's rocket.
astronomy
Rocket
is, well, if you can take it a step further while we all here and people listening, okay, astronomy. How's astronomy different from astrology?
Yeah. So we realized that they started out as the same thing. The earliest astronomers were all astrologers also.
Okay,
Right? And I think it stems from that. You look up and you see all this. It's like you realize that it's there. You feel connected to it. You can use the stars as a map, literally, like a calendar.
The drinking gourd.
Yeah, literally. Yeah,
sure.
you can.
Get over here,
You
y'all.
know what it looks like at what time of the year. So it's something that you feel. How could you not think that was?
God.
Yeah, like how could you not think that this
Yeah.
was like written in the sky?
That's a
So,
fact. Niggas
but
worship that stuff.
I guess as we learn more and more and more, the astrology part fell off as a way to actually explain things that go on. Like, for example, whatever sign you are, I'm a Sagittarius, and people
Samesies.
yeah,
Real nigga.
not
Twin
a,
and them.
Sag season just ended. Sagittarius is the best sign.
See?
Even
I'm a
though
Leo.
Not too. I was getting Leo vibes from you.
Yeah, for sure.
You can do that too, though. You're not into it, but you can do that.
Yeah, because I'll be fucking.
I got the Leo vibes with you. I'm not in that shit. Don't think I can't do it though. I can turn up. Don't fuck with me.
Yeah.
He said, I'll break the whole room this month.
Yeah. But it's a little different, because like in astrology, you would say, oh, the planets made your personality be a certain way. But as an astronomer, I'll say, okay, I know the forces in the universe. I know the forces of physics. I know what force that planet has on you, the gravitational force. We can calculate it. And I can calculate it and show you that it's basically zero. So there is no.
Got you.
There is no
the evidence.
I was gonna ask.
So the astronomers are educated, and astrologists use education. The astronomer just said, "Trust me, bro, it's retrograde."
So you got the
I
Atlanta
do the math. I ain't gotta do the
and
math.
you see
for
these people
trust
looking
me.
at these rocks, and you're like, "What are you doing?"
They didn't want to do the math. Bro.
I mean, but we should be clear though that science.
They didn't want to extrapolate, man.
You can
They
test
wanna
science,
calculate.
but you can't. If you can't test it, it's not science. But that doesn't mean that it's
Does
not
not
real.
Got
right?
you.
Got you. I feel you.
Because there
I
are
would
questions
say-
that science can't answer, like where the universe came from. It came from somewhere, but we can't.
I don't
test
know
that.
if we need to find out.
Planetary
Ignorance is
wise,
bliss for
I
sure.
want to know.
for sure, but there is like what's the gravitational effect of like the moon on a human?
We can calculate it. It's small.
Okay.
But there's one.
But there's something there.
yeah,
That's
it's,
what I-
it's
So the
tiny.
full
It's it's
moon
near zero.
situation, right? Also, full moon. You know they're gonna be acting crazy tomorrow.
But you got to think on a full moon, whether you can see the moon or not, full or new, the moon is at the same distance. We just can't see it because of the way that it's positioned between us and the sun. So when it's new to us and we can't see it, it's full on the other side that's facing the sun. But it isn't closer or further. So the effect that it has on you is still the same.
Got you.
Knowledge.
So basically,
Because if it did come closer, then it would be
the world,
disaster.
world explode.
If it got too close, yeah.
yeah.
And it's actually getting further away every year, like by an inch.
Really?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
wow.
The
So
more
we
you
need
know.
to stop bringing up that full moon stuff.
No, I
That's weak.
assumed
Okay.
the moon was close enough to at least have an impact on you because you can see it like impact like
Yeah, for sure.
the
tides.
tides and things like
For
that.
sure, for sure. So it does. It has a gravitational impact, but you could calculate it. You're not as massive as the ocean.
Facts.
So the effect on you is not as
That's a
big as
fact.
the effect on the
That's a
ocean.
fat joke to be made there by my boy.
It's always got
For sure.
Got them locked in.
He's a puddle at least.
So what does it? So I mean, all our lives we've seen these movies, these TV shows about, what do you call it, space exploration, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is that something that's possible in our lifetime?
Like traveling to other planets.
Like for real. Like I know they're sending the robots, but
Yeah. I mean, I think we could travel to the other planets in our solar system.
should we?
I don't know why we would.
Okay,
There's like nothing there.
I feel it.
Have you developed a favorite?
Planet? Oh yeah, I got a favorite planet in the solar system or the galaxy.
Oh, look, let's start solar. Then we can work
So
with the galaxy.
the shit we know.
Yeah.
Solar system.
The words we'll recognize.
Probably it's probably Saturn. I think Saturn is the coolest one.
Because he got
I like the
rings.
rings. They're
Because it
fine.
has the rings. But like character wise, I think Uranus is my favorite.
Why?
It's a more unique
That's got the storm, right?
individual.
The noticeable storm on the bottom.
They just had a picture recently, right?
Uranus, yeah.
I like the way you're saying that. It's a lot less.
So
funny.
it orbits on its side.
Yeah.
It like orbits on its side. No other planets do.
Wow.
But
Why is that?
so we don't know for sure. But the only way that you could get a planet on its side is to collide like another planet into it. So something like that must have happened.
Wow.
Somebody smack Uranus.
Niggas playing pool with the planet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
TD Jakes was up there.
TD Jakes that's crazy.
Yeah, that's a fact.
That's crazy. He's a big man too.
Oh,
TJ
shit. He was going crazy with Uranus.
Yep.
Have we been on the moon?
Actually,
For sure.
We really stepped foot on the moon.
Yeah.
It's not fake.
Nah. It's
That's
real.
my favorite conspiracy theory.
Hold
We've
on.
never been on
Ask
the
the
moon.
question
Been
again.
on the
Say it
moon.
again.
I said we've been on the moon. I don't think we have. But
Oh, yeah, please
science
help
better
him.
tell me that
Help
we
him,
have.
please.
We definitely have. What makes you think that we have?
It just feels like they could have just lied and said it, and then they would have won the space race, which they did. I have I have zero education
Yeah.
on why it didn't happen.
Yeah.
Zero.
No, so I mean, I think it did. I believe to me, it's no doubt in my mind any more than it's a doubt that Indiana is a state.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like to believe that Area 51 exists and we set up a moon landing, and I like I said, I think Russia could not have said y'all lying. How you know?
Oh, but wouldn't they though? They, our most hated rivals.
Yeah.
Wouldn't they poke holes in it and figure it out?
For sure.
Wouldn't that be like the ultimate gift for them
What
to
they
be like
couldn't know.
to point us out to the? How could they not though?
Because we got the better scientists. We won. This is all conspiracy. Yeah.
This should be people on YouTube poke holes in this.
Fair.
Yeah. So I mean,
So they would have figured it out that we hadn't gone by now.
I believe so. I believe
Fair
that.
enough.
Without a doubt, that would be.
I'm not. You can easily persuade me to be like, yeah, okay.
So hear
I'm
this
just
out.
saying that.
So if they could do that in the '60s, why can't they do it like that now?
So we stopped doing it. That's a good question.
I do
So,
wonder why
you
the
know,
interest has been
long time
lost to go back.
ago. What was the point of to continue going?
Well,
it was
the
a
only
flex
point
to
to go
go.
was to say, "Hey, we did it."
It was a flex, and it was like we had like the rockets, we got
Yeah.
the technology.
But now
It's a
I
flex.
feel like now with the advancement technology, they just shoot up there, set up a shack.
What you going
throw
for,
another
though?
flag up there.
We going back,
Tourism.
but yeah, and it's very expensive.
Tourism.
So we just supposed to keep doing it for nothing.
Tourism cannot be a
Send
thing.
the rich whites.
Yeah.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
You know how much they
Didn't we
would
just
pay?
see that last year?
How much they would pay to
Trying
go
to
to
go
the
see
moon?
Titanic, and them motherfuckers.
Capitalism
They went the wrong way.
Yeah.
Go up, don't go down. Prayers down.
That may be a thing. That may be like the first thing that happens.
Yeah.
Is like tourism, but it's so expensive to do it,
Yeah.
and there's not really a.
Somebody's
you don't
gonna
get
find
anything
the
out
means
of
to
it.
get there.
It probably costs $10-20 billion to go. To
I just seen some niggas pay $1 billion
crazy.
to go see the Titanic.
yeah.
They got it.
So
And it was the last
that
thing they
still
saw.
wouldn't get you to the moon though,
there's about 10
and
to
it
15
didn't
people
get
that
them
can
in
go.
in a safe ship to go to the bottom of the sea.
And it wasn't safe
should've
at
paid
all.
more.
And now
As-
They
as
should've.
a-
they're dust.
They took the discount.
Fish
They
food.
did.
Talking to the fishes down
Fire sale.
As an astrophysicist, is it like a beef with like marine biologists to say like, I mean, shit, what we have, the unknown is more unknown than what you got going on down there?
Nah, not at all. I love marine biology.
Got
That's probably my next favorite.
But you
science.
can go higher than that and go lower, right?
Oh, for sure, because we
Yeah.
can go forever to space.
Yeah.
you go.
You just can't.
Yeah, they're limited.
You're gonna hit the Earth eventually.
There's a stopping point in that
Both
water.
sound
which
scary.
Those men found
Either-
out.
They both sound
Oh
petrified.
yeah, I wouldn't go down, but I would go to space. I wouldn't go down to the bottom.
Really?
Is that the
No.
goal? Is that the goal, man, for you to work
know-
for NASA, then potentially become an astronaut?
That I wouldn't say that's my goal. If that opportunity presented itself, I would definitely do it. But that's not what I'm shooting for.
Yeah.
Got you. What are you shooting for?
So I do love doing research, but I really like doing the science communication and
Okay.
like sharing that with people, explaining
You
things.
do a great job.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
Right.
So, a way that I can sort of blend that, which I think I have a skill set for, and my just continue to like expand my curiosity and exploration. of
Got you.
things. Yeah.
So with you being in LA, is there an opportunity maybe potentially for a DT Star Kids show?
Oh, for sure. Like that's something that I will hope will happen in the future, and I plant seeds like crazy.
Okay.
So
I can see it, man. For real.
Is the goal of DT
It's
Star
coming.
Kid to kind of like simplify for the likes of us to understand what you do for a living, or what we should just know more about?
Space.
Open the minds up.
No, I think it's a little bit of both. I think that the things that we know collectively as humans about the universe are beneficial for everybody to know. I think it can help you. I mean, you could really look at things a different way. You may be stressed out or like caught up thinking about something that really in the grand scheme, not even just in your life, but
Facts.
anything doesn't really matter. And that's, for me, that's like, that could be freeing. For me, science is like a way to understand everything the way it is. Like every emotion that we feel it for a reason. And it's not like whatever happened in the moment, but like over time, humans develop these things, and you can study that. You can study the evolutionary history of humans, and it just, everything makes more sense. Like, why do niggas get jealous? Everybody hates the trait jealousy, but everybody feels it. Everybody in this room done felt it.
Yeah, there'd be some validity sometimes.
To be jealous?
Yeah.
Of course there is. That's
Yeah.
why we feel it.
Envy, for sure.
Yeah.
And there's a reason for that. Our ancestors that didn't feel jealousy, they must have died.
They was lying.
They must have died. I would say that
They
they
was
didn't,
lying.
they didn't exist.
Because
Yeah,
it kept
today
passing
people
down
act like
pretty
they
much.
don't
Right.
feel it. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I got
So
you.
every emotion that we feel, like, we have it for a reason.
I was jealous yesterday.
I'm sure you will.
I watched Q open up his grits and said, "That is bullshit, bro." But I was happy for him too. But I was, fuck, I can't believe
I
you
want
got
that.
him.
What you got, Uncle Frank?
Yeah, I want you got him.
Oh, it's confirmed.
It's true.
My friend's an astrophysicist too. He has a website as well. I guess you guys just get
What's
websites.
his name?
Christopher S. Moore, PhD.
Oh, Chris Moore. That's my dog.
Really?
Wow.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Small
you just
world.
sit here and think these two
Small
black
galaxy.
astrophysicists didn't know each other.
Nah,
Crazy.
yeah, bro.
It's a small
There's
galaxy.
30 of us. We got to be cool.
Nah, that's my dog. We grew up together.
Oh, yeah. You from Chicago?
Calumet City. Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, that's my dog.
That's random. That's tight.
I met him when I was doing research at Harvard a few years ago.
He been around.
Yeah.
That's tight.
That's tight, man.
Niggas met at Harvard. What we doing all right? We gonna be all right.
So I'm thinking, TV shows, book,
But
eventually.
yeah. I think a kid's book would be
That'd be fire.
a great thing.
Fire.
I love
I saw you talking
kids.
to the kids.
I love it. And kids love me. I don't know what vibe I give off, but kids think I'm cool. So
For sure.
that's nice, kid. And it's
Yo,
when they young like that, they
because-
still
and I
interested
don't say
in
this
stuff.
disrespectfully. When, especially as black kids, we think about this stuff. He's a nerd. You don't look like a nerd. You look like a cool guy that happened to be cool in school too. Like, so wait a minute, I don't gotta put glasses on and have a pocket protector. I can, be you, bro.
Pocket protector.
Yeah.
And be smart and be intellectual.
And I run into kids like that.
It's important for
And
kids
t-
to see
Yeah.
that it's not like, oh, I ain't no square, I ain't no lame. No, because they won't do it. Yeah, I like science, but
Take that
they
pocket
talk about
protector
me
off.
bad.
It's also cool to be a nerd too. Like shit changed.
Yeah,
It's-
being a nerd now is the shit.
Talk your
Yeah.
shit.
Anime, I look.
Yeah, anime's cool now.
The,
It is.
It's almost like you not watch anime. What's wrong with you?
But you're a nerd.
But
Yeah.
the look,
You
but
fucking
the-
loser.
You
You only watch
you
Bully
loser. You haven't seen Death Note?
But the look of it still is important. If you come off and you look like
Yeah, if
I'm
you
not-
look
they will-
like
they'll move
turn
away from
around
you,
and die, then people gonna make
Yeah.
fun of you.
Yeah. You got to be able
Representation is
to.
always important.
Yeah, you got to be able to see yourself if you want to, be whatever that thing. You got to be able to see that as something that you could do. Yeah.
No, that's real, man. And can you talk about just the journey as a black man, young black man at that, as you've kind of gone on this endeavor of learning space? What has that experience been like for you?
Yeah. So astronomy and astrophysics is probably 1% or less black. So
Or I bet.
almost, in a lot of the places that I would go, I would be the only, maybe in class, maybe I go to the telescope.
They're looking at you crazy.
I'm like the only black person
Colored only
in a
telescope?
20-mile radius. Yeah. And I mean,
Gotta put a quarter in it.
even talking about stuff online, people be coming at me
It's
sideways.
ridiculous.
Yeah. Weird.
You're certified
Real
though.
weird.
They got you fucked up.
Oh yeah, I got all of the
you out here now.
We don't want to hear no colors talk about the
listen
stars.
on.
So
But, yeah.
I know in these spaces that the whites are gonna white. How are the blacks in the space? The blacks, the people of color. Excuse me.
The blacks.
Is there a lot of like
the BIPOCs.
gatekeeping? Or
Galaxies.
are they open to like extending a hand to other people that look like them?
Galaxy
Nah, I've
keepers.
been able to build a pretty dope community.
Okay.
I think it's different with this generation.
Okay.
I think it's different than like the older generation where there was more of that gatekeeping and that sort of thing. But I think that it's different now. You still gotta be like resilient, you gotta be tough, or it's gonna wear you down. Like that's still true. And that's kind of the approach that I take. I sort of expect the bullshit and
Invite the peace.
yeah.
That's tight.
Do we know, first start, no, you kind of alluded to this early in the conversation. Do we know for sure there's other life forms out there? Is there evidence of that based on your work?
Scientifically,
So there is, but the evidence is very indirect. It's not like we found something, which would be the evidence that I need to say, oh, there's aliens.
What about that alien they just brought out?
The one from Mexico.
That paper mache ET.
hey, he was so disappointed in you.
That was Resposado.
They made a real thing. I'm just saying they brought the most. It looked like the nigga
The
from
mezcal
Men in
alien?
Black.
Yeah.
It looked like the nigga that was the battle of the
Blanco.
Achilles. But
We took
they
shots
really
off that.
tried to. They really tried to make. This is it. Look, I told y'all.
Man.
That pissed you off. Like, why y'all doing? Why y'all on this?
Nah, for me, it's hard to imagine somebody lying about that. But that's what happened. Like, this nigga was lying. He was lying. He made it. He fabricated. They did analyze the bones. It was like a llama bone. And,
I didn't go that deep.
Oh,
into
it was
I
bones
just,
from different
I just saw
animals.
it happen.
Crazy.
I didn't go that deep.
Mama Llama.
Do you want to find life forms? Is
for
so-
sure.
Oh shit. Hey,
That would be the most significant finding humans ever made.
Let me ask you this.
Do you realize that everything we've seen points to that being a bad thing?
Except for ET.
What have we seen, though?
Movies?
Movie, signs.
Made by humans.
Yeah.
Where did these ideas come from?
Like,
You said they just
people
pulling this shit
sitting-
out there? Yeah.
Yes.
We find these aliens.
You seen Back to the Future?
Aliens say,
It's
"Ooh,
awesome.
we can eat these motherfuckers every single time." What are we talking
But
about
why
here?
would they want to come eat us?
Colonizer mindset.
Right? You thinking like a colonizer. You thinking like a white man.
Yes, because I've been indoctrinated
from
by
the
white
brain.
supremacy. You should
We're in
think
it.
that way.
There's no...
And so you think people who live on other planets don't have world blown up spaceships?
There's white aliens up
It's
there
possible.
too.
They driving Model T Fords?
possible.
No, they have spaceships with lasers, and they're
possible.
coming to take shit over.
But why would they want to eat us? Like, think about what's on Earth. We got like 8 trillion cows. Why wouldn't they just eat the cows?
They don't want to eat. They don't want to eat the cows.
Why not?
Why?
How
They
do we
got
know
better
that, though?
meat.
We don't know that.
They want to eat
We
niggas.
just-
know the
What about the
cows
chickens?
Niggas. Who you think they gonna eat first? Us. Come on now.
They looking at Ruffin.
That's not true.
Yeah.
I mean, look at all the movies. Okay, like, let's do Jurassic Park. Jurassic Park, they eat the dinosaurs first. They go, look at this big motherfucker.
And then they said, that's not enough. Let's eat these people. How long do you think it's gonna take the aliens to eat all the cattle?
You're really nervous
I don't
about
buy
this,
it.
huh?
I don't buy it.
Nigga,
Because you know you on the list.
nigga,
But what? Hold on. Backtracking though.
what
is-
are we gonna
him?
do with the
what is-
aliens?
What is the scientific evidence of there being other life forms?
Oh
out
no,
there?
it's sort of like statistical arguments you can make.
Okay,
So
okay.
I say that there's 200 billion stars in our galaxy, just our galaxy.
That's ridiculous.
Each star has one planet. It probably has more. The sun has 8.
Yeah, you just
Even
said-
if there's
said,
like
fuck
a,
Pluto. Pluto done.
Nah,
Dead in
gone,
these,
right?
It's
It's
dead in
over.
these streets, B.
Yeah, it's gone.
I have no hate against Pluto.
It
It just doesn't. It didn't
don't qualify.
Like
Yeah.
Isaiah Thomas said,
It didn't meet the criteria.
It didn't meet the criteria. It didn't meet the criteria.
Where did it fall short?
Yeah, what's wrong with
It's
Pluto?
not big enough. It's not big enough. It's not massive enough to.
Pluto's a star.
No,
Pluto's a rock.
No. It's a dwarf planet.
Oh, God.
Oh,
That
man.
sounds like you shouldn't
It's
be able to say that
tiny.
anymore.
It's
Got
like
an
the
IEP.
size.
Got it.
Yeah, he's got
Pluto
it's a
is like
special
the
planet.
size
Yeah,
of
it's got an IEP. I get it now.
Texas or something. Pluto's tiny. It's not.
The size of Texas.
Size of Texas.
shit.
Why do they call it a
Get
planet
outta
in the first
here.
place?
Niggas didn't know. They didn't know any better.
Vimsta.
They didn't know any better.
It was-
They see one more rock far away. Said,
And you know, it was one nigga that was fighting to the death because he found Pluto.
Yes.
It's a planet, bro. Fuck what they're talking about. So that's my planet.
Don't let them come tell y'all it's not. We've been knowing this. It's not, bro.
It's not a planet. It's not a planet.
Recipes to that.
But yeah, so you know, if all of those planets, even if there was like a 1 in a million chance that life could form on a planet, it would have happened hundreds of thousands of times.
Wow.
And we know that it can happen because it
Because
happened
of
here.
Earth.
Clyde
So
Tomball.
that's the kind of argument that I would make. There's too many planets,
Too many opportunities.
too many opportunities for it to happen. Even at astronomical odds, it should have happened many other times.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Shut up. Are you a betting man? I put
And
a parlay on that.
It happened here, and capitalism and colonialism happened. It happened here. It happened on them planets too.
It's possible.
Ain't no peaceful.
It seems like it works. If
You seem
think
nervous
about
about like they're not gonna be here
It
It
tomorrow.
is very
bro.
simple form. It does work. It just
works.
has a negative impact on a lot of people.
How well will we see them coming? Say if there was really an invasion, how soon would you know? Like how far are we monitoring shit?
I bet like amateur astronomers, people that like have telescopes and look at the sky,
Mm-hmm.
I bet they would see something like that first. You know, when what we study are planets that are really far.
You so far out, you're not even seeing what's
we
right
not
here.
yeah, nobody's even banking on it because it's not gonna happen.
So we're unprotected. Got you.
What kind of
Toast.
telescope are you using?
We're not protected because if they do, what are we going to do?
I say
to
we're
them?
unprotected. We're toast.
Oh yeah.
All the niggas that need to know,
got
need
the
paying
Space Force
attention.
now.
It's
What you
gonna,
mean?
no,
Got the
they don't
Space
even have
Force.
their guns yet. They can't do shit.
They working on it.
Oh man,
They working on
They
it.
just got their uniform yesterday. Them niggas ain't about it.
I'm nothing. I don't even think they're working with people like you.
No, the Space Force.
No.
I don't know what they're doing.
They need you.
Donald Trump started that.
That's a fact.
Yeah.
That's my favorite thing that he did though.
Space Force.
The Space Force. Yeah.
My favorite thing was when he was shooting paper towels.
Oh, in
Niggas-
Puerto Rico.
That shit was
No,
crazy.
he had good form.
This shit
That's
was
crazy.
crazy.
He
that
did.
that.
That
My
was
favorite thing is Kung Flu.
That was trifling.
Rocket Man.
Yeah.
He got some good quotes.
Yeah.
You are fake news.
Oh wow.
Telling that to people, you
Hella
rude
quotes.
motherfucker.
Yeah, but him at the 3-point contest with families that needed help was so crazy to me because he kept turning. It's like-
Has anybody
shooting money
approached you
balls.
in Hollywood looking for
Careful.
We're looking for your expertise.
Where is this going?
Looking for expertise as they make a new show, a new movie. Is there also an avenue or lane for that in your work?
Oh, for sure, like consulting. I would
Yes.
consider that consulting. So there are some people that I've worked with.
Oh, wow.
Not in, I wouldn't say that it's in Hollywood, but people who are writing books or coming up with comics or that sort of thing.
Got
and
it.
they wanted to consult with an astrophysicist and they wanted it to be me because they had known about my stuff or they seen me online.
That's
or whatever.
fire.
Send that
And,
invoice.
yeah,
Send
yeah.
that invoice.
So stuff like that is, and I love doing that stuff
What, making money? Me too.
for sure.
Interplanetary knowledge is not free.
No, it's not. I mean, honestly, a lot of the shit that I know, you could hop on Chat GPT and get it spoon fed.
Hey, I got it. They know everything.
Know it all.
Chat
They be
GPT.
wrong about some things though.
Chat GPT helps me out a lot.
Yeah, I
Still?
use it all the time.
I've never tried it.
I just use it like Google. It's damn like Google.
It's
Gotcha.
scary, man. There's a
It'll write you
lot you can do with those
ironclad,
apps,
recommendation letter. Just
Oh, for sure.
and it goes
person's gonna
crazy.
get it. The person's
Help you with anything.
The job's
gonna
there.
get it.
Yeah, that's
You get
crazy.
into school, I got you. You're gonna get it.
Now that's what I would be concerned about. Not
AI.
aliens coming. It would be AI.
The AI.
Yeah.
Every AI, ChatGPT is already more advanced than any human that's ever alive.
Leave the world behind.
Jeez.
But
Already.
then
It's
the
not
AI
scary.
gets so powerful. Well, now the AI has sent a signal into deep space that done awoke the Mars Attacks units. So
And that's the movie that got you.
Mars Attacks is one of the worst.
That's the
Pretty
one
bad.
that you come
Nigga,
down.
Independence Day. Lost in Space, nigga. It's hella movies where Alien.
Yeah.
It never ever goes well.
Predator.
Prometheus. I just watched one the other day called Life. Crazy. You
I
seen
didn't-
Life?
Yeah.
Don't want
was
that to
wild.
happen.
That was wild. No,
Don't
there is
want
examples of like harmonious connections. I mean, you ever seen something like Star Trek?
Avatar.
Hell, even Star Wars. Like a lot of them niggas was beefing, but a lot of them are cool.
After Earth.
You know how long it probably took for that?
Transformers.
It probably did. I don't know, man.
You love Transformers.
They are
to
aliens.
Yes, I love
Optimus Prime's an
Transformers.
alien. He come down here and help us.
He is an alien.
That's a fact. He's
You know how many people the fucking Decepticons killed? Stop.
But Optimus
I
Prime
got
got
a bus in my house. What are you talking about?
Ring one.
It was like an ink circle.
Optimus Prime got us.
Arrival. When they
Bumblebee
was
got
communicating
us.
like that. Yeah.
Did
yeah,
you like
Arrival? That
Nope?
was good. I liked
Like,
Arrival.
as soon as the aliens come in,
Yeah, they was doing, and we were the ones that was like trying to attack them.
As,
Exactly.
as an astrophysicist, how was Nope for you, the movie?
Nope.
I didn't even watch
Jordan
that
Peele.
bullshit.
Jordan
Yeah.
Peele.
Yeah.
I liked it.
That's
I liked
crazy.
I liked it too, man.
What was it? Can you tell me what it was about?
No. And that's how I judge if I really like a movie. Is like if I'm watching it, if it's engaged, it's making me think.
Okay.
And with Jordan Peele, I'm thinking like, damn, I know this nigga wants me to get something from this movie, but I just couldn't get what it was.
He still ain't
I
got
don't
it.
think he know either.
I don't know.
I don't think
But I thought it was
Kiki
good.
don't know. The other nigga don't know. Nobody knows.
There's some cool scenes. I thought it was good, man.
It was. I thought it was fire.
For sure.
I thought it was fire.
Yeah. Thought it was good, man.
Shout out to y'all, man.
Indeed.
No, he did not.
Oh yeah, his
Oh.
favorite star is not a part of the 8 that we know.
Yeah,
RP
so
Pluto.
it's called WASP 69B. It
sounds dangerous.
it do sound.
That's a fact. That's a rapper name for sure.
It actually does. I never even thought about
Yeah, it is. Cause I feel like naming rights are getting lazy. They're getting numbered now. They're not really. There's no more
that.
Uranuses.
There's too many. There's
Yes,
too
yeah,
many.
exactly.
That you just do it by catalog.
They should let black people do it. We never run out of names.
Oh no.
Just imagine.
I am.
Samaj 6. Nigga, I'm nothing. What are like the specifications of this planet?
Starting there playing this goldfish and shit.
So it's what we call a hot Jupiter. So it's like the size of Jupiter.
Sound like a wing flavor.
A hot Jupiter.
Yeah, I want them hot
That
Jupiter
actually do
wings.
sound like a.
So that's like a menu item, either on OnlyFans or the restaurant. One or two.
If you're paying for a hot Jupiter, you're a nasty
On
nigga.
OnlyFans, yeah.
You're a nasty.
Yeah,
About that.
nigga. Get that hot Jupiter.
He thinking about it.
No, it sounds disgusting.
What is it? What are you thinking?
I don't, when you say hot Jupiter, given what's been going on the last few days, I immediately think it's something TD Jake's been doing.
Yeah, for
and
sure.
I'm,
Yeah.
Oh,
Does Jupiter have the rings on it?
TD Jakes definitely know how to do
Saturn.
hot
Saturn got the
yeah.
rings.
For sure, no.
Jupiter.
Jupiter's the biggest, right?
Yeah. Jupiter's the biggest one here,
Yeah, it's the big dog.
Okay, so what else is going on that planet, Dakotah?
bro. Man,
So-
you don't even get invited to a Diddy party unless you know how to do a good.
That's
hot
a
Jupiter.
fact. That's a fact.
They checking before you get into the door.
What are they
Now,
checking?
go ahead. They go ahead, get down.
You was
Go ahead, get down. Okay, let me
I'm
see.
Pluto, bro. I'm sorry. I'm
What
in
you
the
think?
wrong
Did
place.
you think they doing a good job?
I shouldn't even be here, big dog. I'm sorry. That's what y'all doing in here?
Man.
Niggas just thought they was going to drink free Ciroc. Got to that door and they
bro.
got crazy.
I thought Ashanti was in the pool. I was just coming to see that.
That was AI. That wasn't Ashanti.
That was the setup. Oh man, it's gross.
Ashton.
But it's a hot Jupiter, so it's the same size as Jupiter. It's real close to the star.
Okay.
Which it's gas. So when you heat up gas expands. So
Got it.
it puffs up a lot, and it has this tail, kind of like a comet.
Oh,
This
wow.
atmosphere.
This sounds fire.
Yeah.
Let me Google this.
And that's it's the planet that I studied and wrote a paper on, so it's my favorite. It's like
Well, man.
What was the name again?
WASP 69b.
It's fire. For sure.
Yeah, it's so close. It orbits in like 2 or 3 days. That's how close it is to a star. I think 3.8.
I was hot than a bitch on that one.
1,000 degrees. Yeah. So hot that the atmosphere is literally evaporating away.
That's crazy.
That's interesting.
It's wild. Yeah, it's wild.
What does the pinnacle of success look like for you, man? You know, when you're researchers, you make it to the top. You know, what does that look like for you? On your way, clearly.
That's a good question, and I feel like that's a good question for everybody to think about. For me, I feel successful like perpetually when I feel like I'm moving towards what I feel my potential is, and I'm doing the things that I feel align with my purpose. I'm having a positive impact on other people, and as long as I'm doing those things, I feel successful. I feel happy.
You enjoy the work.
And fulfilled. Yeah. I like doing it. I'm being challenged.
I love the hustle.
Intellectually. I love the game.
I love the hustle.
Yeah. So for me, I think success could look a lot of different ways, but it's as long as I continue to grow and expand and have a positive impact, I'm gonna always feel successful.
That's fire, bro.
Be a planet.
For sure. Indeed. Round of applause for DT Stark in the building, man. Pike legend, if you know, you know. You know what I'm saying?
Pike legend, just so you know. That's tight.
Know you know?
I think I still got the touchdown record. Maybe. Actually, you know what? I think it got broke.
Who broke it though?
I don't know. I think somebody did.
I don't know, man.
What was the record?
I would never know.
I don't know the number. I don't know.
You know the number.
He was cold. You can tell.
You know how many it was.
Number. They was trying to show you another number.
It must have been like 79 or something.
Okay.
No, I don't know.
Nobody
I have no idea what it was. I have no idea.
For sure. But shout out. That was a good time, man, that era. We actually went to state.
I went to the game.
I was at the
Well,
game.
that'd be
Wow,
great.
you were at that game as well? Wow, what a small world. I was
As
there
a
too.
Conference Indiana team, you like, hey, if Pike about to win state, I want to be there to see it because, hey, historically, Pike's never been that great at football. To see them,
Trash.
Coach Morris came over there. You fuck with Coach Morris? I'm sure you do. To come over there and get, well, here's the
I
thing
don't
with
have
Pike.
nothing bad to say.
Here's the thing with Pike. The thing with Pike
He's
is
my coach.
everybody goes, why are they bad at football? What's the problem? Athletes everywhere. Take somebody to just buy into the program, which he did do. He bought into the Pike program, and now everybody going, we can't beat these fast motherfuckers. What are we supposed to do with them?
There were some bad calls that game as well.
Yeah, you know.
Bad,
I mean, it's always
You
been
were
bad
playing
calls.
I remember
the
the
game
nigga.
was
I remember the
close.
nigga catching the touchdown. And they said it wasn't a touchdown.
that was trash.
That was a bad call.
Yeah,
It was a very bad
and it was
call.
crazy. I mean,
But yeah,
they also
definitely was a
had
good game. Definitely
Morgan
wanted to see
Newton
Pike
playing
win.
both sides of the ball. It was nuts.
That was trash too.
He threw an interception. He called an interception. Like it was just some weird forces at play that night.
The moon must have been close.
It is what it is. I don't think about that too much. We definitely should have won that game.
Yeah,
We were the better. I think we were the more talented team.
For sure.
We got X
For
and O
sure.
though.
That boy come down to that sometimes.
Yeah.
You got to be able to adjust in game. It's the biggest difference in all sports. The game plan is the game
Not
plan.
basketball though. I feel like
You know what? I disagree because if you look at
I like this nigga.
LeBron
man.
went to the finals every year
the
for like a
2016 finals,
decade.
2016 finals. There's a lot of different reasons the Cavs won, but the biggest one is because Steve Kerr would not stop switching the pick and roll. He would not stop. They
It
hunted
wasn't.
Steph
It
and
wasn't
they
because
didn't adjust
Draymond
it.
kicked somebody in the nuts.
No, that was not it.
That was my biggest reason.
No, well, of course you hate LeBron, but
Dre
They-
later.
I'm not a LeBron guy.
Kyrie in the final shot was like, if we get Steph over here, I'm gonna cook him. And Steve Kerr
not a-
instead
I
of saying
simplified it for
switch
sure.
it, I would stop switching it, kept switching it.
Yeah, I'm barely gonna call that X's and O's though. You talking about
X's and
switching on
O's.
the screen like you didn't.
I just saw. LeBron.
It wasn't necessarily a play
I just
they
saw
were
a
running.
clip of LeBron verbally doing some X and O shit with AD the other night. So it can happen in basketball.
Yeah, but X's and O's in football.
Okay, I don't want to take anything away.
No. Because in football, it's literally the game plan is the game plan. They came out to something we weren't expecting. We have to adjust now. If we don't adjust now, the game's going to be over.
Yeah.
And basketball is we still got to put points on the board. Still got to get stops. But if they run in power and we weren't ready for power, and they keep running power, we are going to lose. There's nothing we can do. We have not adjusted. They're kicking out our end. He's going to keep running the ball down our throats.
Yeah.
That adjustment is key.
Well put.
For sure.
And if you can't make it, you're going to lose. And even when you're more talented.
Yeah, spoken like a coach.
Yeah.
Like a true coach.
It's going to happen. So. But shout out to that Michael 17. That
You only
is-
got to win one time.
in my opinion, that is would have been one of the great stories in Indiana history because it's
for sure.
historically not good at football. So again,
The year
talking
before,
about
they
the
was like
championships
four wins.
off the show. If y'all win that championship, yes, you want to win another one eventually. But to say that you guys hosted the Indiana State championship in 5A, it's just something.
We were this close.
It's so hard to come by
Yeah.
at a school that
It's only a couple schools that. I mean, it rotates between the same four schools. So.
yeah. So
Oh, nigga, I was there. I seen it happen.
Dakotah, I know you.
Some
I
niggas
know
will never
you,
see it. I seen it happen.
I know you're a big fan of music, man. Favorite album to come out this year? As you've had all the success. 2023, man. What's the album you was listening to, kept you inspired, kept you going?
This year? That's a
wasn't
good
a great
question.
year for music,
That's a
in my
good
opinion.
question. I'm not gonna say Drake album. I'm not gonna say For All the Dogs.
That's okay.
But Spotify said that was the one I listened to the most.
Well, Spotify's got lying.
everybody.
The numbers been.
Spotify do be
They've
lying,
been.
though.
Apple
Cooking the
Music
books.
gassed them numbers too.
Yeah, I'm sure there's a bunch
I think
of
they
weird
just
shit
put Drake at the top of everybody's list. It was
fact.
crazy.
I'm sure, yeah, that there's a bunch of weird shit that's going on.
What's forces at play?
Honestly, though, I'm going to have to probably say for all the dogs.
It's okay.
Came back around. You've been fooled.
I can't be shamed out of like
Because these niggas will judge you. But it was fire.
Nah,
and it's
there's some
okay for you
tracks
to listen
on
to
I'm
that shit
used
like
to it.
that.
I'm used to it.
It's okay. It was fire. It's all right.
There's some cuts on there. I got about 6 songs saved.
I got 6 songs too.
Plus.
Was it
Okay,
grown?
now I'll
Was
take
it
that back.
grown enough for
Rilo
you?
Rodriguez album
Ooh, I
was
turned
probably
that-
my favorite. Was probably my favorite.
Delete.
See, now you're not your friend
you
no
fuck-
more. See?
you ain't
So I
like-
passed-
No,
I know some people that like
passed
Rilo.
time on-
I
I'll be
fuck with
honest,
some of
I haven't
Rilo,
listened to the Rilo. I heard now there's a movement there with him.
Yeah.
Shout
The
out to Lil
Rilo's
Baby. It's
decent.
Lil Baby's artist, right?
I don't know.
I think so. I think they friends or something. Lil Baby been struggling.
I
though.
better tell James.
But shout out to Rilo. Anybody else listen to Rilo Rodriguez?
I spun
Shout out to Dakotah. That might be some LA stuff we don't know.
It's
You know what I'm
not.
saying?
He from Louisiana or something. like
Okay,
that.
down
Alabama.
south.
He from Alabama.
Ooh,
Okay, there you go. Yeah, man.
that's probably a space I'm not trying to go to.
Swine and
Yeah.
Jesus
Now that album is fire though.
and football.
What's his name? Rilo Rodriguez?
Rilo Rodriguez, man. It's
hip.
Lil Baby's artist. I'm
check
pretty
him
sure.
We talked about it on this pregame podcast.
Must have ignored it.
But you didn't. You listened to it, but you ain't like it.
He didn't finish it. He just cut it off.
Dang.
No, the one with ESTG is good. On the floor. That's the only one I really remember. Not something that I spend too much.
Listen to it again.
Get us out of here, Lloyd.
And it could be one of the things. Well, like, wow, this is crazy.
Yeah.
Could be. You never know, man. Hey, man, another round of applause. DT Star Kid in the building, man, for sure. Dakotah Tyler. Make sure you check him out, man. Follow him on all social media pages. Check out the YouTube page, TikTok going crazy, and the IG as well. For sure.
Big star.
Indeed.
Next
Move on.
Appreciate you having me.
Next. Oh, for sure, man.
It
You
was a
gotta come
pleasure.
back too.
It was a
When
pleasure.
you get that
yeah.
show, pull up on us.
Yeah.
You fly back
Yeah,
to the
absolutely.
city. You know what I'm saying? Once the Netflix special drops, holla at us.
Yeah. Yeah.
Indeed. It's coming.
For sure.
Next.
Next.
That's fun.